What's up, geeks and gamers? It's Jeremy coming to you with another video, and today we are going to talk about the rumor that George Lucas reportedly is down to return to Star Wars but wants full control. Before we get into that, I have to mention Kobe Bryant, superstar, megastar, all-time great NBA player, passed away. I covered this on Sports Wars, a couple of different videos. I'm just going to be honest, I'm struggling with this. This thing has hit me so hard. And, I love Kobe Bryant. He's my all-time favorite basketball player. Boss Logic did a something to honor the memory of him and his young daughter, who also passed away in the helicopter crash. I don't understand why these things happen, but Kobe was larger than life, and I just wanted to mention that before we move forward, because that's what I've been kind of dealing with all day long. But as Kobe would want the Mamba mentality, he would want us to move forward. He would want us to keep striving, and that's exactly what we're going to do. So, George Lucas reportedly down to return to Star Wars, but wants full control. This is from We Got This Covered. You understand that that is a site that sometimes speculates rumors. Sometimes they are true, sometimes they're not. And again, if you're that sensitive, then just don't watch the video. All right, it's no secret that George Lucas hasn't always been the biggest fan of what Disney has done with their Star Wars sequel trilogy. In fact, the studio has even been pretty open about the fact that the filmmaker was vocally opposed to their approach to the beloved sci-fi franchise. Talking about the book and everything like that. A few weeks ago, we told you that Lucasfilm wants George to return and help out with the franchise in more of an official capacity, following his assistance with the aforementioned Rise of Skywalker, which was done more as a favor to JJ than anything else. And while it's still unclear if it'll happen, we've now received another update on the situation, which points to Lucas being down to return, but under one condition. According to the sources close to We Got This Covered, they do the same ones that informed us, like just verifying who they are or whatever. Lucas has said he'll return, but only if he has full creative control over the franchise. From what we're told, he thinks the studio has made a mess of it and feels he needs a great amount of control to get it back on track. Not only that, but he also wants to bring along Dave Filoni, responsible for the Clone Wars and Star Wars Rebels, with him to help turn things around. And the idea being to have the fan favorite act as George's right-hand man. That all being said, our sources, who also revealed the big Palpatine twist in The Rise of Skywalker back in September, say that there's some resistance from Disney in regard to George's proposal, and understandably so. After all, Kathleen Kennedy is still the boss over at Lucasfilm, for now at least, and while they would love to have Lucas involved again, they want him as more of an advisor consultant. It'd still be an official role, and he'd be very involved in future projects, but they're not willing to give full creative control at this time. And that's where things are now. If we had to guess, George Lucas will eventually make his way back to Star Wars, but in what capacity remains to be seen. With Kennedy very likely out on her way out, though, and Marvel Studios' Kevin Feige also said to be interested in taking over the sci-fi property, you can expect some major changes for the brand in the next few years. Again, what we have to do with these types of situations is you have to look at them through and more of an educated guess standpoint. And so you have to look at the situation for what it is. Where are we at with Star Wars? Well, Star Wars is a mess. Star Wars is a complete disaster. If you don't acknowledge that Star Wars is a complete disaster, then you just shouldn't be listened to at all, because you're not objective. You can like the shit that Disney has put out. Nobody's telling you you can't like it, but to not acknowledge that it is a complete disaster is ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous. So, what I'm saying is, based on where we're at with Lucasfilm, based on what we have seen from Lucasfilm, based on the job that Kathleen Kennedy has done as the president of Lucasfilm, I very much believe that these rumors have some legitimacy to them. We will see, time will tell, but I do believe if George is interested, which honestly, it's hard for me to believe that he would be interested, but based on where Star Wars is at, that might be the only thing to get him to think, hey, you know what? They've messed it up so bad, I can come back in like a superhero and fix this garbage and be the hero that I once was. That might be his mindset. I love the fact that he's wanting Dave Filoni in as his right-hand man. I think that's perfect. And George is about the only one that can fix it at this point. I mean, they've messed it up so bad, you might as well just bring the creator in himself to fix the disaster that Kathleen Kennedy has created. It is unbelievable how bad it is. The Obi-Wan Kenobi series seems to be a disaster. The Disney trilogy was a disaster. You lost Benioff and Weiss. They quit. Not a movie. Not a movie. They quit a trilogy. We're talking about a trilogy. Rian Johnson's quote-unquote trilogy that he signed on for before The Last Jedi even released. Nothing. Seen nothing from it. The Josh Trank project. Rogue One was a disaster. Rise of Skywalker barely breaks $1 billion. Star Wars is a disaster right now. So, when you look at these rumors, there is a lot of substance to believe that they could be true. Whether they're true or not, we will find out, but it's very interesting indeed. Now, before we run, we have a couple of new channels that I want to tell you about. We have a theme park channel that Geeky Candy and Drunk 3PO are going to be heavily involved in called Park Hoppin'. Park Hoppin', we're going to be at Universal Studios Orlando, we're going to be at Walt Disney World, we're going to be at other theme parks, and I would love for you to subscribe to that channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Also, Gaming with Geeks, our gaming channel. We also have a Gaming with Geeks Twitch account, and I want you to go over there. So, Park Hoppin', we've got Gaming with Geeks on Twitch and YouTube, and I would greatly appreciate it if you would all subscribe to these channels because we're trying to get them built up to help expand the Geeks and Gamers brand. It would mean the world to me and my team, so please consider subscribing. Thank you for that. I appreciate it, and thank you for watching this video. Thank you very much for checking out this video. Solo lost money, Raylos are weird, and we will talk to you later.